Who says it's bad to love more? I see comments like, don't love a man more than he loves you. Go love man, pass as in take love you. If you ask me, that's weird. A weird ideology.
We'll do another 10 years. I beg. I beg you. I beg. Maybe we'll do another 10 years.
Listen, I'm doing forever. Wait till me 10 years.
Then will they count them step by step? They count them step by step. Oh, now this hand. Boy, see, I don't forget the hand. That's it. Every time we tire for me, just like, come here. I don't tire for you. I don't tire for you.
I'm gonna get married twice.
I watched this clip over and over and it brought tears to my eyes. Innocent, I'm doing forever. What is 10 years? Waiting be 10 years. Shutting out every other person. And then the husband goes, will you still manage me? And she says, waiting be manage me. You know what that means? Despite everything that every other person sees, I accept you just the way you are. Total acceptance. And if people are saying she went into drug, you can now understand why there is no other alternative. It's innocent or no other man. And I still think that TUFACE should go for his wife and gather her because she has been broken by the same person she accepted more than any other thing. You love war. You love, you are foolish. Love is foolish by ignoring those things that wants to discourage it. You know love, you are a gold digger. In this case, you knew him when he was a struggling young man who could barely express himself, so timid that he hasn't blown, such that people will not say it's because of the money, or you are a gold digger, or you met a jackpot. You genuinely accepted this person just the way he is. So everybody is saying you are foolish. If you don't love that much, they will say it's because of the wealth. And you love, you are foolish. In fact, the world will always look for reasons. People will always look for reasons. There will always be reasons to demonize someone who pays the price, who has paid the price to earn anything in the kind of world we live in now. So basically there is no reason. Because whatever you are complaining about is open to everybody. We meet it every day amongst our siblings, amongst our colleagues in the places of work. We deal with these things. So when it wants to happen, it will happen. Let nobody blame any party. It's just that they didn't fight enough to keep it together. I think IDIBIA's case is worthy of emulation. Her patience is worthy of emulation. Her grace is worthy of emulation. Because if we love that much, the world will be a better place. Preferring one another to ourselves. That is what she exhibited. I'm searching for that spot in my heart where I can love my husband that much as Annie did to Innocent. They say she's aggressive and hostile. But you shaped who she became. You shaped her view about love and romance, about adult things. If you bring out the monster in her, you will be the one to bear it. She got broken, loving you. Soaks in all the hurts.
Everything. I am going to scatter everything. Nobody knows the wrongs of an angry woman. I will ruin everything. Hello, Inobia family. This is Annie. You know, said that I was with my husband today. Peaceful, nothing happened. My husband told me he had a shoot today. only for him to pack his things and his stupid cousin Frankie helped him plan it. His family does not love me. They hate me. They've been giving me hell for 10 years. Today, my husband packed his things. He lied to me that he was going to shoot. But my husband is on his way to America, planned by himself, F.L. Morigbe, and Frankie. All of this behind my back. I don't deserve this. I don't. I know this is not your business. But I can't call any member of his family. I can't even call his manager. He will not take my call. Because he thinks I'm the reason. He thinks I'm in his way. He thinks I'm in his way. So he, FA would never take my call. He just sent it on his way to America without telling me. Without telling me. He's going to see Pero in America. And his other kids, don't move this car. Park this car. I'm going right now on Instagram Live. I'm going now. I'm done.
Did you hear that voice? It is the agony of a misplaced trust. The pain of a passionate lover. Who taught you to put away your wives? And they said, Moses taught us it should be in the case of adultery. And Christ told them, in the beginning it was not so. It was because of the hardness of your heart that Moses granted you your desires. Okay, do as you wish. But in the beginning, it was not so. They say you are obsessed, but he's your husband. Those other ladies aren't. It is not easy. She became a mother of 7, taking the heat with the man who always sees her vulnerable moments, her lowest moments, her tattered moments, when he sees those other ladies whole and ready, furnished, clean, that he now prefers them to her. Red flags. Who do we leave the flags for? A lot of people are saying the red flags were all over the place, and this red flag of a thing. Who do we leave the flags for? There are people who can fly the flags. Every relationship is not meant for everybody. Every marriage is not meant for everybody. But last, everybody will have a lover. There are those who can marry hardened criminals. There are those who are meant for the rich. There are those who can cope in abject poverty. There are those who are meant to marry public figures, influential people, people who control opinions and the money. There are those who will marry the one you call the narcissistic fellow. There are ones who will marry those who find themselves in disability. There are those who are meant with special grace to be the lover of everybody you see on the face of the earth. So it's not about the red flags. Even Abigail in the Bible married Laban. Did you see how the scripture described Laban? And she did well at it. Is it Laban or Nabal? A man that was described to be what we will call narcissistic fellows of our time. Wicked man. Abigail packaged him and made him acceptable before the people. When the Bible said her husband will be known in the gates, you know what that means. It is this kind of love that fine-tunes a man and makes him look acceptable, that nobody notices his flaws. Even Abigail married Nabal. It can only be somebody like Annie that will marry somebody like TUFACE. He looks innocent as his name appears. And I'm not saying he's committed anything for which we can hold him to a negative name. And I'm not saying he has done anything that hasn't been done before. But he that is inside knows what he feels. Most times, these people that look like the lady's man outside, everybody is praising them. That same thing you loved about that man is going to be your woes. If both of you don't work it out. It is somebody like Annie that can marry TUFACE. 7 children from 3 women. The issue of 7 children from many of you have more than that, including the ones you don't know. Every illicit sex, every illicit conjugal relationship produces a seed, except the person is virile or infertile. So many of you that are talking about TUFACE are still busy distributing yourselves. The only difference is that TUFACE's own is known. That's why he's making the news. It's not a big deal. And many people who are not celebrating like TUFACE also know that they even have more than that. They have homes here and there. They have women that even their families are not aware of. Do you think those women didn't want to have his kids, his children? You have children for the man you want to identify with. So many women like that didn't do it out of love or affection. They didn't do it out of wanting to be in that relationship. They did not do it out of attachment to the man. Those of you advocating single parenthood, masculine or reverse surrogacy, like them too. You want to have children without necessarily being married, and you are looking for a non-donor sperm or man, or gonads with desirable qualities, gonads with desirable features. Should be when men and women are looking for spouses, a partner in the journey of life. They look for a loyal ally, good character, good-spirited fellow who will pack up their life and gather them. A fighter who will pack them up. They say things like, this one will match my life, my family. People look at their kind of life and look at the people who will match it. Let's look at Davido.
That is a look at these people.
Shebina foolishness be this.
It's hot there. She's paying us.
Shebina foolishness be this. It is vulnerability to a partner, to a lover, to a confidant. That is how it is supposed to be.
You want me to know?
You should be vulnerable with your partner. If you are unable to love completely, then don't discourage those who can love completely. Don't let a man love you. Don't love a man more than he loves you. If you're saying that because of the things you see people do to their partners, wahala for the person where no one love completely, where no play his own part of the bargain, wahala for the person who is the provocator. Most of the comments I saw were from women saying, don't love a man more than he loves you. If we that are married now tell us, most of them, that marriage is not easy, they will come and tell us, hey, leave it, let's go and try. Hey, yeah, it's not easy, let's go and do it and find out for ourselves. To tell you that it's easy to offer these advices, it's easy to come to social media and condemn somebody who played her own part of a marriage, of a commitment. When you get there, the circumstances are different for different people. And it's not a walk in the park that you will just enter the room and carry your bag. A lot of things are involved. So it's not about loving a man more than he loves you. It's about respect. And respect is not different from love. If you love somebody, you're going to revere them. You're going to respect them. You're going to cut them some slacks. You're going to look at how your actions affect them. You're going to... It is actually mutual respect that keeps a marriage. Even though the Bible told women to respect your husband, that's how they see love. And then the man love you. So when we are saying, love, when you respect your husband, you love him. So it's about mutual respect. When the Bible said that, he knew that men are naturally advantaged. Forget what the word is preaching about, wokeism or feminism. For feminism is just about knowing your place in the union and treating each other like human beings, doing to others what you would do to yourself. So knowing your place as a person, it's not necessarily trying to quack a man or a man quack you so that we're in a tussle and we're now feeling like who is in charge here. If a man feels like he's in charge, that in chargeness, there's a word like that, will not work without the cooperation of his wife, no matter how you want to load it. So those people who are blaming Annie, IDIBIA, I'm still calling her that name because they have not divorced. They just had a quarrel. And these things happen always. And until they finalize that divorce, we cannot say they are. So they can wake up tomorrow knowing their history and tell you that, forget that in Itoko. So for people, we should not sensationalize people's problems. And we should not blame a partner who has paid his own price, who has given her own bits to make a relationship work. Annie has challenged me. When I look at how she gracefully pulled through this whole thing from when they started, it challenged me to pray for grace to find that spot that will make me constantly overlook wrongdoing. So when I talked about the other women who had children for TUFACE IDIBIA, what happens is that most people want to to identify with certain people, and they are proud to have their children. When a woman loves you, she wants to have your child. She wants to bear a child for you. But if in the midst of these people, not like they don't know each other, they know each other. If in the midst of these people, this man kept coming back to this young woman, you think he doesn't have reasons. And if she has turned to a monster in recent times, as people are speculating, you brought out that monster in her. Because this whole relationship of a thing is something that can make or mar. Especially a woman. You bring out the demon in her or the angel in her. Because she's going to put all her energy into it. They are emotional beings. And that is how it's supposed to be. So anybody who is taking advantage of her sincerity, her efforts, her inputs in that marriage is the one losing. And he will find herself. And TUFACE, if actually he meant what he's saying, will still count his losses. People don't value what they have until they lose it. If you ever loved, then you love, and it's good to grow in it. It is not something you measure with rulers to know where to stop. It's not calibrated to know what points to stop. It's something that should be encouraged if you can love. If we have rulers to measure it, maybe people will say stop at this point. So I ask again, at what point should we stop loving? Don't bridle yourself in genuine love. That is not what love is. Giving your all. Any other thing is pretense. If your partner is not at your level, then you are a challenge to him or her. We always want to emulate people who are better than us. It's like meeting a target. We go to our jobs, we give our best. As a bank staff, you want to meet your target. You want to reach expectations. It's like doing well at your job, standing out. So if we do well in other areas of our lives, we impress our bosses, we impress our colleagues, we invest in our businesses to grow, we do everything well. We bear all the brunt, all the pain, pay all the prices. And then when it comes to husband and wife, we advise them otherwise. If your partner doesn't love as much as you did, you are a challenge to him. And that challenge will not be with other men. Is it because money is involved in other things that will give our best, our jobs? Then you love money and not humanity. For those of you who are saying, I will teach my daughters not to love a man so much, you are pitching them against future failures, marital problems, a mindset of combative behaviors in relationship. There is the power of expectations when you come with your heart clean. When I was growing up, before I entered marriage, I cleaned off my heart from every societal expectation because I understood the power of expectations. Because it's been said that mother-in-laws are like this, sister-in-laws are like this, families of marriages are like this and like that. Then you get ready and prepare yourself for anything, any eventuality. That when you get there, any small thing you strike, you are touchy because of something that has been fed into you. You are prepared for war. It's not like that. Some of you who are pitching yourselves with TUFACE, you might still be shocked. It could be an outburst. Sometimes we have it full that in that moment you make rash decisions. What if he comes out tomorrow and tells you, oh boy, that's in why I talk, I don't change my mind, in his usual manner? He may have also made several rash decisions in his life, unwise decisions, errors in his love life. But I have a feeling that a season is coming when all these celebrities you guys see, mention them. AY is in the same boat, Basket Mouth the same boat, now TUFACE. The list keeps going. It's like a pattern. But there's an era coming, and I can feel it, that these people will begin to retrace their steps. Nobody they win an award for scattering what he has built. When your celebs you think have failed in their ability to love will retrace their steps. Who have failed in their marriages will find themselves back. And it will be reunion all over the place. And I pray that their women will have a big heart to make amends. The heart to deal again. Healthy competition in love for families is very crucial for us to build a healthy society. And raising godly seeds. Godly seeds are seeds that are raised out of the legitimacy of the bond of marriage. Not necessarily your religion, not necessarily out of denominations. When God instituted marriage for raising godly seeds, children have legitimacy in the union of marriage, and generations are continued that way. Every effort from the pit of hell, breaking homes and families, God will subdue them. It's our prayer that God will subdue everything fighting against families, starting with these people that we look up to, that have wider reaches, people counting on, and you see that they don't understand the program of hell over their lives and over their families.